Arthur Boff. Running downstairs while breathing heavily, she stopped in the middle. Her tears are running down on her cheeks and her lips are dry, and this time she only craves for water. She sat down on the stairs and looked at her bruised feet. She touched her feet while hissing, but suddenly she looked up and found him staring at her while smoking. She immediately got up and started running. He runs behind her. She came here and hid herself. She sat down and sighed heavily. I made a mistake when I decided to come here. I don't know that this hostel is filled with scared students. This hostel is very cheap and only poor students study here. I am one of those. I thought the students would be nice here, but they are worse. They bully new students and make them like them. They are evil and just wanted to take advantage of new students. Our life got destroyed after coming here. I don't know that after coming here I met with my biggest nightmare. Now I'm fearing that he will not catch me. I don't have any stamina to face him. My whole body is shivering because of fear. I'm so scared of him. Closed her eyes tightly while hugging her knees tightly. Suddenly, Vine, I caught you. She opened her eyes and saw him smiling at her while standing in front of her. He grabbed her hand and she screamed at the top of her lungs. Please leave me, no Vine. She tried to free her hand from his grip, but he starts working while holding her hand. She is crying and asking for help, but students and professor are ignoring her. Professor Yan, please help me, but he ignores her. Please leave me. I promise I will leave this hostel. I don't want you to leave this hostel. I want you to stay here. Please leave me, she said while trying to free her hand. He threw her on the floor and closed the door behind him. She curved backwards, but he walked towards her and sat down in front of her. Look, I just asked you to become my girlfriend, but you refused. If you had not refused, all this would not have happened. But you refused and chose this path for yourself. It's your mistake, Brian. You forced me to do this. I don't want to come into the relationship. Do you love someone? He asked while giving her that stare. I don't love someone. I'm not ready for relationships. Please don't force me. I'm not ready. Brian, he was about to touch her, but she turned her face. Just tell me the truth. Do you like rich guys? He asked slowly. What? You are rejecting me because you like rich guys. Am I right? He asked in a psychotic tone. No, I don't like rich guys. So, okay, so that means you like me. She gulped while looking at him, so worried to answer him. Do you like me? No. She hesitantly said. What did you say? I said no. No, she nods. Why don't you want to live peacefully? How dare you to say this? Do you think that I will leave you so easily? Please, she started crying. Leave me alone. I don't want to become your girlfriend. I just came here for study. Why? And I know that you came here for study, but I fell in love with you. Tell me, it is my mistake or yours? Of course, it's your mistake because you attract me. How can I attract you? I'm not beautiful. Beauty is not important, and you are so attractive. I like your long hair. He looked at her hair like crazy. Your hair is beautiful. Say something. Why are you looking at me like that? He was about to touch her, but she calls back. So you don't want to want me to touch you? Okay, I will not touch you, but you have to become my girlfriend. And if you try to disagree and escape, then ready to see the consequences. Okay, he was smiling at her, but when she didn't respond, his smile dropped and he hardly asked, Okay, okay, now get up and correct your posture. She got up while wiping her tears. He smiled and said, Don't try to talk to other boys. At night, She's lying down on the bed while her tears are running down on her cheeks. I lived with my grandpa. My parents live out of the city. We are not rich. My parents work day and night to meet expense. I'm the only child because my brother died when he was 5 years old. My parents sent me here because they wanted me to see me a successful woman. This is the only hostel we afford because the other hostels were so expensive. I was so happy when I came here. Flashback. Why wake up, my little girl? She opened her eyes and after hearing her mother's voice, Mom, yes, we came here to surprise you. Ryan smiled and hugged her. Her mother broke the hug and said, We have something for you, so come with me. She nodded and they both came out. When she came out, she saw her father and her grandmother sitting on the couches while smiling. She walked towards them and, Look what I did for you, my daughter. He handed her the admission form. But you were saying you can't afford it. We did it for our daughter. Now we want to we want you to stay. Flashback and on first day, my grandma told me not to open my hair, but I opened, and after that, my life became mad. My hair color is cinnamon like my eyes, but and they are beautiful. She sighed heavily and looked outside. Her head is spinning because of high fever. Her roommate is sleeping on the other side of the room. She doesn't know that when he's suffering from a high fever, her eyes so feel so heavy. Her mind is full of him. She's so scared of him. Now I have to deal with this monster. She thought. The next morning, where is she? He asked. She is not well. She is suffering from high fever. She could hardly sit and speak. What? He pushed her aside and ran towards the room. Yumi grabbed her head because he hardly pushed her. She is laying on the bed, but suddenly the door bursts open. He enters with his friend Jivo. She sits down and checks her and gives her medicine. My name is Jivo. I'm his friend. Did she ask you to introduce yourself? Jivo looked at him and why don't let me check you? She checked her and gave her medicine. Eat it on time. You will be feeling better, okay? Jivo is a medical student. She is in the last semester. She is his friend. She is good and talented student. So everyone calls her when they get sick. When I was a kid, I broke a boy's nose because he tried to eat my chocolate. He said while eating his chocolate. I like chocolate so much. Do you like it? She is looking at him with blurry eyes. He's sitting in front of her. Tell me, do you like it? Yes. That means we have the same choice and interest. Well, I skipped my class for you. I don't want to leave you alone. You have to know one, but now it's time to go. So bye. Hey, come here. Look at your prey. He smirked and walked towards the boy who died on the chair. He stood beside him and all his evil friends started laughing. Jungkook, please leave me. I'm sorry if I hurt you. Well, you never hurt me. It's fun for me to hurt you. I will not leave you so easily. This is my area and everyone has to live according to me. Okay, you broke the rule and it's your last time. He walks back and sits down on the chair while his friends start annoying Doyon. At Are you feeling better now? Anne looks back. Yes, I am okay now. She walks towards her and stands beside her. Did you cry? Your eyes look swell. I didn't cry. They are swell because of fever. Oh, okay. You can share everything with me. Okay. Suddenly they heard the noises. She looked at the hall and saw that Jungkook is fighting with someone. He is so powerful he never loses any match. She turned and walked into the room while humming. In the middle of the night. Wine, he whispered. She opened her eyes and sat down while adjusting her blanket. What are you doing here? I came here to give you this. He put the red rose in front of her. I won money by fighting, so I decided to give you this for you. She grabbed it and said, Thank you. This is really beautiful. Do you like it? She nods. I will buy this for you every day and put it here, okay? Okay. Okay, then sleep. She nods and he went out. She haved a sign and lace. The next morning, she is walking while her tightly hugging her books because she is feeling so uncomfortable because of paper's chair. Suddenly he comes. She flinched and was about to fall down, but he said, It's me. So don't be afraid of me. Well, where are you going? I'm going to eat something. Okay, but tonight my match is at none. So please come. I have test tomorrow, so you have 3 hours to prepare it. Okay? So go and prepare it. Don't forget to come. Now Vine is scanning the flower because she thinks that he fits a camera in it, but there's nothing in it. I thought he would hide a camera in it but he didn't. Suddenly, Yumi pressed the room and said, Vine, it's 9, let's go. She nods, and they both went out. She answered, and the first start. Jungkook is fighting. Her heartbeat increased after seeing him. She turned her face and came out of the. She just wants to vomit because of the blood and its smell. She sat down on the side and looked at the people. People is so weird here. Why is everyone so different? I have never heard of this kind of hostel before. She was in her imaginations, but suddenly a girl came and sat down beside her. You must be thinking about this hostel. She looked at her. Actually, this hostel is those who want to join. What? Yes, most of the students didn't know about this, but they came to know about this. Its reality. They immediately left it. I also want to leave this hostel. People are so weird here. I feel suffocation. I never know that this kind of colleges exist because it's illegal work. College is good, but hostel is so disgusting. We will leave it, okay? Suddenly, he came out of the room and stood in front of a white covering in blood. I told you to watch my method and you're sitting here. She flinched, her eyes filled with tears. Come with me, he orders, and they both start. They entered the room and she sat down on the chair. His friend started to bandage him. Why did you go out? I got scared to see the blood. What? One of his friends asked. God, you are so timid. Don't say that. You know people die while fighting. They phone after killing someone. And it's the rule in the. What will you gonna do when you saw him there? But this is not good. Yeah, it's not good decision. They chose to fight even they know the rule. Suddenly a girl came out of the other room and Vine got lost in her beauty. She has a perfect figure and a beautiful personality. She looked at her Vine and so this is your new period? Yeah. What do you mean you? I mean you're not the one in his list. Life. Okay, it's just parents stop, okay. Okay, Vine ignore her because you are the only one whom I fell in love with. Slipped out the water and parent and he started laughing. Seen and parent got out. I also want to go out. Okay, go and sleep. She nodded and went out. Why, why was she saying that? That's when he played with so many girls. He's so disgusting. Eat. After one, do you like it? Yes, I really love the chocolate and flower. She smiled. Glad you like it. He also smiled. Suddenly his cell phone started ringing. He picked up the call and walked towards the balcony. Her smile dropped and she looked at the clock. He turned and why now I have to go. So bye beautiful. Bye. He went out. A few minutes later she came out of the room and saw that he's not around. She happily turned and walked downstairs. In the office. Wow, this office is much better than the building. Yeah, because this is also office. After getting our forms, we will get out of the hostel, okay? They got their forms and went to their rooms for luggage. Fan entered her room and happily and started packing her bags. Janko is not on the hostel. He is outside, so he will come back after 2 hours. After packing her luggage, she looked at the flowers. At first, she decided to keep them, but she ignored them and looked at the Yomi, who was sleeping peacefully. I hope you will also get out of this place. She made a sad face and went. She slowly walking and was about to go downstairs. But why? What are you doing? Her breath stopped and she looked at him. He is looking at her from downstairs angrily. Stop there. I don't want to try. Move. She ignores him and started running. He runs behind her and their drama begins. Why? Stop running if you don't want to see your friend dead. I will. She stops and looks at him because she knows it's useless to run. He walks towards her and hardly pushes her on the wall. How dare you to escape, huh? She started crying, but he again hit her on the wall. I don't want to live with you. You are disgusting man. You had so many girlfriends. You use every girl you. I don't want to become her girlfriend or a useless man. What did you say? He grabbed her by her neck, her face turned red, and she started hitting him. I will kill you if you again try to escape. He left her and she fell down on the floor while coughing. Drink this. I don't want to drink this. I'm telling you to drink this with love, otherwise, I have to force you. Okay? Well, Yumi called me and told me that you are going to leave this college. What? Yes, don't think that everyone is your friend. The only person who is good for you is me. She saw trying to speak. He chuckled and, well, good night, my brownie. He caught up and went out. Yumi entered and then, do you have any shame, you idiot? Why did you tell him? I'm sorry, but he orders me to keep eyes on you. Shut up, she slapped. You deserve this. Because of you, I have to live here. You are useless. Why don't you tell him that you like him, huh? Why do you act like his puppet? You are doing this just to become a good girl in his eyes, and then he fell in love with you. Am I right? He doesn't say a word unless he really loves you. She had a sigh and sat down on the mattress while crying. The next morning, I'm sorry, I will not do this again. You can't because I will not let you. But I accept your apology. Sit here. She smiles and sits on the chair. Jungkook, I whom are you talking about? Yawn. Oh, that girl who brainwashed you. She's in her room. She's okay. I give her warning not to do that again. Okay. Suddenly, parent came with a tray and placed it on the table. She's so beautiful. Why don't he fall in love with her instead of me? Why eat this cake and tell me about its taste? She cut the cake and placed it in front of her. She opened the door of her room and landed inside. Her heart was about to explode after seeing her face meow. He beats her so much. Yes, he did this to me. I'm sorry this happened because of me. I'm really sorry. It's not because your mistake. My mental. It's mental and don't worry about me because it's going to leave. I hope you will also get out of here. She stays silent and feels. Girl, he really loves you. He's like a villain who doesn't want to lose his love. This is so amazing. One child dropped after hearing her. Chiffon, do you lost your mind? Do you find this romantic and funny? You come out of your imagination, Feta. This is not romantic in reality. You don't know how much. You don't know how much I'm suffering. I'm living in the creepy paper. I don't know how to tell my parents because they already paid the fees. He started crying. I don't know what to do. I don't want to live here. I hate the atmosphere. You don't know the first things were the for me. He and his creepy friends did everything to torture me mentally. I'm so tired. Don't cry, she hugged her. I want to go home. Do one thing, just don't stress, and after that I will help you. And Yumi don't care about her. Just look what I will do. While on the other hand, I don't do this, am I right? Yes, he didn't do this, Jack. Mion's father, Mion, don't be afraid of him. Just tell me. She starts shaking and crying. Her dad takes her off from there and they both walk out. I said I didn't hurt her, but you didn't believe me. You can go now, Mr. Joy. He smoked and got up. Now Vine is sitting in the chair. He's sitting on the other chair beside her. Everyone is talking, but he is playing with her hair. I like your fragrance. She looked at him with her eyes and said, Chunko, I made a new friend. Her name is Yvonne. Huh? A new friend? Yes, she's a good girl. Okay. She turned her face and said that Yumi is looking at him. But she looked down after saying why. Now Vine is standing outside the door while hearing their talk. Now Jungkook and Yuming are alone in the room. Tell me everything about her and her new friend. What they do or what they talk about. Okay, he got up and turned to grab her cell phone, but when he turned, she's still there. Now what are you doing here? Just go out. Okay, she went out. Yumi is going to Yumi is going to follow us. Well, I believe that Yumi is mental because she don't know he will never accept her. She is living in delusion. They walked by her while ignoring her. The next day, Ryan, I have to go. My mom is in the hospital. Okay, but when will you come back? I will come back in a week. Oh, Ryan, don't try to leave this hostel. I will not. I realize that I am happy here. He smiled and suddenly his cell phone started ringing. Ryan, I have to go now. Bye. He smiled and he went out. After 6 months. What do you want to eat? I want to eat sandwich, she said while smiling. Okay. He bought two sandwiches and they both sat down here. The sandwich is good, but my mom made the best sandwich, he said. She's so sweet, you will feel happy when you meet her. She smiled. In 6 months they became so friendly with each other. Why am I doing this only to gain his trust? 2 days later. That girl follow me everywhere. I'm too tired of her. I just want to kill her. She's so mean, but don't worry, Brian. I took your form and papers. You can leave this college. Really? Yes. I'm at a plane. I will sleep. Put sleeping pills in your drink and John and Pelin. Today they are going out, so it's easy for you to leave. She smiled and wanted to hug her, but she stops herself because of Yomi. At night, Brian, hurry up. She nodded and walked towards the car. They put the luggage in the car. Where do you go? To my parents. Okay, bye. I will miss you. They smiled and hugged each other, and then she sat down in the car. After sitting in the car, she felt so happy. She looked back and saw that the moon went inside. She grabbed a water bottle and started drinking the water. Her heart beat increased, but she lay back and closed her eyes. 4 years later, now Vine is walking carelessly, but she cut her hair into short and now she is wearing a cap. She is fully covered because of the weather. Everything is going well. She is happy, but still traumatized. She opens the door of the room and starts taking off her coat. She threw it on the couch and climbed on the bed. I don't want to take a shower. I'm tired. And then she doesn't know and she slept in the middle of the night. She opened her eyes after feeling something. She turned and saw a paper. She grabbed it and something fell down. She rubbed her eyes and grabbed it and then her whole world spin. It was her head tied in a knot. Remember me, my brownie? You can't escape from me. I'm always with you as your reflection. That paper and hair fell down and she looked at her room. She got up and slowly and opened the room door. She peeked out there. There's no one there. She stepped out and she comes out and sees that there is no one in the house. She signed and grabbed a glass to drink water, but suddenly the glass fell down and she disappeared. The end.